Hello, this is Cynthia Beeler, one of the librarians at Preston Medical Library. Today's topic is Introduction to Searching PubMed and how it can be used for you as a nurse. PubMed can be found on the Preston Medical Library's homepage. You can also go to pubmed.gov from anywhere in the world. However, by clicking on this link, you're also linking into our collection, so that you can more easily find the full text of articles that we have access to. So a little bit about PubMed in terms of what is PubMed. Basically, it is the interface for the database Medline. Medline is comprised of about 5,000 medical journals, mostly in English, but also in other languages to represent medicine from around the world. PubMed is not only the interface for Medline, but also other resources, such as online textbooks and all kinds of DNA and protein and taxonomy and other databases, which you'll likely not be using in your position here as a nurse. However, those are available to you if you need them. So let's talk about the search. A simple search is conducted in the search box at the top of the screen. Every article in Medline is assigned subject headings. However, we'll talk about those in a future, more advanced class, just know that they are there, and that is really what separates them from Google as far as having the indexing, which helps to identify the most relevant articles. So I'm going to do a quick search. Let's say we're going to look at type 2 diabetes and the cardiovascular effects. Again, this is a very simple search, but it did bring up over 22,000 articles, which is very overwhelming, especially if you're thinking about doing some kind of study. You may wonder exactly how to narrow that down to make sure you're getting what you want. One easy way to do that is by using the filters, which are over on the left side of the screen. From there, you can limit to article type, the text availability, the publication dates, the species, languages, and journal categories. In order to see languages and journal categories, you actually have to go into additional filters and check these boxes. Let's also check ages, just so that you can see that as well. As you can see, we can limit by age as well, and we can also customize some of these. So let's say you're only interested in the past 5 years. And we're also interested in human subjects, interested in English language articles. If I take off the English language article, you'll see that this one, actually the top two, are in brackets. These brackets indicate that the full text, not the abstract, but the full text of the article is in a language other than English. If you look down a little more, you'll see the first one is in Russian, the second one is in French. They're sorted by the most recent. So that's the most recent additions to Medline or PubMed. So that way we can see that it doesn't mean that those are the very best articles. It means that they are the most recent. But let's go ahead and make it English only. And from here we can also choose to look at only nursing journals. And suddenly we were over 22,000 and now we are down to 50. So let's take a look at this one as far as person-centered management of type 2 diabetes. And we'll see that with the PubMed links, right here is the Preston Medical Library link. In a new tab, it will open up the access options. The direct access to article in this case is from CINAHL, and here is the abstract, and over here is the PDF of the full text of the article. You can click on that and save it to your computer or to your thumb drive. However, because not every library can afford to subscribe to everything, there are going to be some that we don't have. Let's take a look. this next article, and that is one we do also have from CENTAL. However, we'll see in this case there is no direct access to this article, and we don't actually have it here. So when you click on Request this article, you'll see that it fills in the PubMed identifier as well as all of the journal information. If we have to order it from Interlibrary Loan or from another library, there may be up to an $11 charge to apply. If you want to be notified before any charges are applied, be sure you choose yes in this box, and we'll contact you if there's going to be a charge. Sometimes there is, and sometimes we're able to get it for free. So now you know how to also find the full text of the article. Let's take a look over here and I can show you a little bit more about the search details. As you can see here, when I click on See More, these are all of the things that I looked for. It's actually going back this mesh terms, that's the subject headings I was talking about, but it also looked for the keywords, as well as cardiovascular system or just cardiovascular. It tells you how it translated it, as well as what our original query was. If we were to say, well, I'm not as interested in just the current things, well, that'll bring it up to 193. But let's say that you want nursing journals and maybe also the core clinical journals, because sometimes this stuff will come up in the medical literature. And here the first one is from JAMA from 2016. And again, this is one that we can easily click to from our subscription to have the full text. You can see that this is in what is called summary view. You can also view the list of abstracts by choosing abstract, so that way you can look through it, possibly even go a little bit quicker. It's sorted by most recent, but you can sort it by relevance if you choose. If you know the journal or title or first author, last author that you want to sort by, you may do that as well. Over to the right, you can choose to send it to the clipboard, which is where you can hold on to your citations until you're ready to either print the citations or email them to yourself, or you can email them. You can also save them as a collection in MyNCBI, which will likely be the topic of another presentation. If you choose to email them to yourself, you'll have the chance to choose if you want to see the abstract, how you want them sorted. You can send up to 200, put in your email address, and be sure you check that you're not a robot, and email. Normally these emails come through in just a few minutes. This has been a quick overview of how to use PubMed in the nursing context for nursing research. I hope this has been helpful to you, and please feel free to contact the library either by emailing us at library@utmck.edu or calling us at 305-9525 if you have any further questions or you would like to set up a class to talk more about PubMed. Thank you.